Hello, friends. Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Hope you're doing all right. That this day is treating you well, and that there's beauty in it for you on this Thanksgiving Day. Hope that there's some joy and wonderment. In your midst. Hello, friends. Hey, Fannie Faye Davis. Good morning to you. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, friends. Hey, Linda, good morning. I pray you are well. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. There's a dog back there somewhere. There he is. Hey, Vicky, good morning. Hey, Poco. Happy Thanksgiving, Karen. Good morning to you. Hi, Vicky. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Good morning, everyone. So, all right, let's get going. This is simply a check-in today on the 23rd day of November, this Thanksgiving Day. The chance to say Happy Thanksgiving from our house to your house, from our hearth to your hearth, that you may know love and grace and peace and joy on this day. But behind me is this incredible tree. It's one of my favorite things about our backyard here. It is a copper maple, and in high summer, it shimmers with this red, purplish color that, truly copper that just shines and is amazing, particularly against the green of the evergreens behind it in the forest. That it simply and that it's one of the most spectacular features of this backyard. It's so beautiful in high summer. But here we are. We find ourselves in this season change, in this different season where what is left of the leaves are just clinging on. What most have found their way for Poco's entertainment to be rolled in. That we find ourselves in this season of gathering darkness, of gathering winter that's pointing toward in our direction. And the whole point, and I offer that to you to remind us that in which I think is in many ways at the center of Thanksgiving, is to remind us that we live in this place that is constantly changing. I don't know about your life, but my life every day is something new. And even when we think I'm stuck in a rut. I'm just going up and down the driveway. I'm nothing is moving. It takes only one flick of the wrist, one change of channel, one small thing to notice, if nothing else, that maybe the hair's getting a little grayer, maybe things are transforming and changing in our bodies, maybe things are transforming and changing in our world, that we are constantly and ever in this flow of change. But what the promise is that God has for us is this reminder that no matter what season we find ourselves in, that God is in that season as well. That there is goodness in that season as well. Even in the hardest seasons, even in the brown seasons, even in the difficult times, that no matter what season you find yourself, and I hope you find yourself around a table with people you love in full warmth and health and hearth, that it is truly one of the high, maybe summer days, not of our earthly season, but maybe it's of our spiritual season, that you're just crushing it. And that's my prayer for hope, every one of you. But wherever you find yourself, in whatever season, to remember that God is in that season too, that you're not alone, nor abandoned, nor destroyed in it, but that it and you have its own beauty in this season. It and you have its own purpose and its own function and its own beauty that it will bring you. That the 73rd Psalm has this line in it that says, I have made my refuge in the Lord. There's this way in which no matter the season, there's a place for us that we can, and not just take refuge to hide out, but to truly be able to stand as if we stand with possibly a great storm raging outside, but we inside and secure can look out and see the beauty of the storm raging and yet be protected in it. That perhaps our faith can be a bit like standing on a shore and standing on a rock and watching our life and see that maybe on a busy day there's a ship at sea that's getting tossed and turned and turned up all around, but we can stand on solid rock and on solid ground. That whether the beauty of these days are this glorious copper maple and fully adorned as God might hope it to be and as it was created to be. But to remember, it was also created to shed its leaves. It was also created to go dormant and go quiet in the winter. It also created to teach us of the resurrection in the spring, of when it will bring new leaves and new seasons and new wonders that we get to marvel at all over again. That every time we think it's an ending, it is merely the beginning of a new story. Every time we think we're letting go of someone or something, or we're stuck in a rut, that is actually the birthplace of a new story, of a new hope, of a new goodness. And that I look forward to the springtime when this grand and beautiful maple will be in full blossom and in full bloom of all of its gorgeous copper leaves. But I also enjoy this season, to feel the crunch of its leaves under my feet, to enjoy watching Poco roll around in the leaves as only a golden retriever can play in them, to watch and to see the whole world in the dance that it has for us right now. The Irish have a saying that the most beautiful sound in the world is the sound of what happens. Friends, I hope in the what's happening of your Thanksgiving Day, you can see the beauty of this season. Even if it might be a hard one, even if it might have some loss in it, even if you might feel unmoored or even alone, but to know that you are never alone, that you are always have a refuge in the one who made you. That's my hope for you on this Thanksgiving. So glad to be with each one of you. Thanks for stopping by. I know it's Thanksgiving Day. You got a lot of pie to eat. There's big things to do. But I am joyful to be with each one of you, and wish you a happy day and many blessings upon your table. Peace and grace, friends. And we'll pick it up next week with another 11:11.